the Zohar lesson 2, part 1, part 2. The line 3 after the last point. So he said, he answered Rabbi Hizkiah that Shoshana, what is Shoshana? And he said, Zohi Knesset Israel, that is the gathering of Israel. Point. Shehi for Malchut, point. And now he adds also 2 words. He said, Shehi, that is Malchut. Knesset Israel, the gathering of Israel, he says, this is Malchut. Point. We are going further. Everything will be explained what necessary. Mishum sheyesh Shoshana, v'yesh Shoshana. Mishum, because sheyesh Shoshana, there is a Shoshana, and there is a Shoshana, so it means, and there is Shoshana in one way, and there is a Shoshana in another way. Point. 4, after the last point. Ma, 5. Shoshana, ben achochim, yesh ba adom velavan. Av 6 Knesset Yisrael yesh ba din v'rachamim. 4 after the last point. Just look with your eyes. Try to recognize these letters, words, step by step, slowly. It is work what we are doing. Without work, without the efforts, to make efforts, no way to come to one's high destination. Then a person just gets sufferings, and it takes a lot of time, one generation, one incarnation, another incarnation. But someone who works on it will come sooner to his destination and will see good things. Ma 5 Shoshana ben achochim. Just as the Shoshana between the thorns, yesh ba adom v'lavan, there is in her red and white. You see, I translated with the same gender as in Hebrew. Shoshana is feminine, so I translate also the reference on it in as feminine, and this also you must accept this, and because it's very important in the Kabbalah. Sometimes they say there are sometimes they say it in masculine, and sometimes they say it in the feminine. Why? Because we see the quality and not the grammar is important. Sometimes is what he wants to say, the quality of the phenomena is more important than the grammatical matters. because sometimes something, spiritual object can be towards the higher spiritual object. Is it shows itself as a feminine, but to a lower one as a masculine. So what he says also here, Ma Shoshana, just as the Shoshana 5, Ben Achochim, between the thorns, Yesh ba Adom velavan, there is in here red and white. Av 6 Knesset Yisrael, so the gathering of Israel, Yesh ba, there is in here, Din verachamim, very important words for us. Din, the stringency, the judgment, is, I would say, stringency, which gives of the laws, stringency of the laws, and verachamim, and the mercy. This is the comparison what he gives, but we will see. So we see also that in the Shoshana, what he says, we see red and white. White resembles the lily, but red resembles the rose. And that's why I put it together. It doesn't exist probably in the nature, but I put it together and we will see that it fits this, because the Zohar wants us to feel the spiritual, to learn to feel the spiritual objects and spiritual phenomena, to learn the godly family, how it works, how it functions, and how the relationship between them. And 6, after the point, Ma Shoshana 7, Yesh ba Yud Gimel Alim, Kach Knesset Yisrael, Yesh ba 8 Yud Gimel Midot Harachamim Hasovavot Ota Mikol 9 Tzadadea. Point. My pronunciation of the Aramaic of Zohar can differ in some words, in some way, can differ with something what the scientists put it on with all this in their books with the vowels. They call it nikudot, because they learn it just with their heads, how to pronounce it. And I learned it from the great Kabbalist, the greatest of the Mohicanen, one of the greatest ever. And he told me to do like this. So it is slightly different, but Hebrew we speak I pronounce, also try to pronounce it as normally. Ma Shoshana, 6 after the point. Ma Shoshana, just as the Shoshana 7, Yesh ba Yud Gimel Alim, there is in here 13 leaves. Kach Knesset Yisrael, so the gathering of Israel, Yesh ba, there is in here, also feminine, 8, Yud Gimel Midot Harachamim, 13 attributes, no, not attributes, that's like they translate it everywhere, and this is Yud Gimel Midot, 13 properties of Rachamim, of the mercy. Try to remember this word, Rachamim, and not the mercy. You will see in the word Rachamim what is going on in here. Only to say it, Rachamim gives already the mercy, and not just the English translation. Ha-mesovavot ota, that surround here the Knesset Israel, the gathering of Israel, mikol tzadadeha, from all the sides. Point 9 after the point. Af Elokim sheba mikra sheba kan, dehainu 10, Bereshit bara Elokim Misha'a Shenizekar Hotzi 11 Yud Gimel Milim Lesavev et Knesset Yisrael Uleshamra. Point 9 Af Elokim, so is also the word Elokim. Elokim, you see, normally is it Elohim, but we don't say this is the name of the Creator in his attribute of the straight and stringent master, stringent judge, like what we see in the laws of the nature. But we pronounce it as Elokim in order not to pronounce the holy name in vain. Also, this you must learn things. Why not to pronounce it? Everything will come step by step. We are learning the Torah. We are learning the Kabbalah. We are learning the secret. We have started to study the secret Torah. Af Elokim, also the name Elokim, Sheba Mikra, that in the verse of the Torah, he helps us. Sheba Kan, as it is here. Hainu, that is 10, Breshit bara. First, he created. The first three letters, the first three words of the Torah, Breshit. Genesis, but I want to learn to teach you the words in the holy language. And step by step we will go over to the Hebrew words. Only the connections will be in English. So, that is Breshit bara Elokim. First, Elokim created. Misha'a, he said like this. Misha'a sheniskar, from the moment when it is mentioned in the Torah for the first time. Hotzi 11, Yud Gimel Milim, there came out 13 words, Lesavevet Knesset Israel, to surround the gathering of Israel, Uleshamra, and to guard it. We will see that, we will learn it, and you must learn the language of Zohar, also the way how the Zohar puts it. It's not allegoric. It's just the way we must need to learn, firstly, how the Zohar expresses itself. Because the Zohar wants us to feel, not just to speak about the Sphira, Keter, Chochmah, and all these things, but just to give us the feeling, how it feels, because all the universe is in the human being. Every person has in the all the world in himself. 12. And now he gives these 13 words to us. Shehen, that these words are Et Hashamayim. Et is a word, Aleph, and Tav is a word that is a particle. And particle that indicates an accusative, how call it? The fourth case. So, I see whom? I see, let's say, I see John. Then in Hebrew you must say, I see et John. So it indicates what we said, it's a particle. So he says like this: Et Elokim, in the Torah is written Elokim, Breshit bara Elokim. Firstly, Elokim created. This is 3 words, and from this word he counts 13 words, and he says that these 13 words are indicate in the Torah, give an hint in the Torah on the 13 properties, how do you call them? Properties, 13 attributes, let's say attributes, 13 attributes of the Rachamim, of the mercy that surrounds Israel and guard here. And when we will study Zohar, we will know that it's not just like they think that it's allegoric, but it's like this, that one can feel it. And so he counts them. So Breshit bara Elokim, firstly Elokim created, and then comes the fourth word. Et, what created? Et, a particle, and then Hashamayim. Hashamayim means sky, the sky. Ve'et, and again, and, v is n, ve'et, and a particle again, that indicates what, haaretz, the earth, and then v'haaretz, and the earth, haita, was 13, tohu. Tohu is, means like, amorph, without form. Ubohu, another word which is difficult to translate in any language. It's like wild, but also this is not, it doesn't matter for us now. V'choshech, and the 13, the line 13, the third word. V'choshech, and the darkness, al, above, pnei, the surface, tohom is like, we'll see, Ruach, and the Ruach, and the spirit, 13 words, and the 13 words, very important now, Gehainu, that is 14, Ade Elokim Marachevet, up till the word, the second use of Elokim in the Torah, and there we see Elokim Marachevet, the Elokim, the next time of the next use of the Elokim. I come back to the second, to one of the words that I didn't translate, because it's not the 13 in the line 13. The second word bohu is void. That can be, and the word tohum, the deep, you can translate. Okay, that can translate. It's not important. We will see that the translation of words will not help us. We will see that we will, step by step, we will need to come over to the original Hebrew words. And it is not difficult. All my students in Holland and Belgium, I give the classes of Zohar in Dutch, and also I have a group of Russian, my Russian students all over the world, in America, in Argentina, in Russia, in Europe, in Germany, all Russians, there are a lot of Russians everywhere. So they study with me in Russian. Also they start Zohar without knowing even one letter, normally. And within a short period of time, I am coming, step by step, I am invisible, I just come over into Hebrew. No one finds it difficult, because step by step I do it in the way that I see, that I feel that everyone will understand. And not just translate it in another language. Um, 15. Now he starts the actually comment of Hasulam. You see, normally he does like this, that he firstly, like what we had from the first line 1 up till 14 now, in the right column, that he gave us the translation of the Zohar, Ot Aleph. And some words in between, he put some words in between thin letters. But now he starts the actual comment. Step by step it will take a form. You will see how it will be given us to study this Zohar as it nowhere in the world were given up till now to someone. 15. First we let him give us all the necessary comment. And by the way, I will try to add something, if it will be necessary at that point. Because you must understand one thing. Not that I will not give you something of my wisdom, because I put all my wisdom out of myself. I don't have any wisdom. I just try, when I am reading now Zohar with you, I make myself very, I suit myself with what I am reading now. Not what I know, but try to put myself in conformity with what I'm reading, whereby my ego is somewhere very deeply in me, somewhere exists, but during my Zohar study, and also my Zohar lessons, and also I feel that as if it doesn't exist, because the name of this is Sitra Achra in Hebrew, in Aramaic. This means another side, and this is the unpure, unclean powers. That when the holy powers, the Kadosh, holy powers are acting, at that moment the unclean powers, they don't know where to fly, to fly away from this, because they can't withstand each other. So also in the times when I give the Zohar lesson, I am as it were freed of the Sitra Achra, of the unclean powers. And this is very important. In such a way also you will study you must also try also yourself to bring in conformity in the way you can. But even so, when you listen what I say, because I am freed at that moment when I give you the lesson of the unclean powers, and you are at that point, at those moments, you make yourself perceptive, open, without doubts. Then you take not only the words and expressions and everything and what we learning here, but you take also and mainly the powers which I draw down here in the presence, and that's what I express in words and even more and not in words. I put it together here, and you receive it into yourself. And this is already a great revelation and a great remedy